Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail back with more scrolls where once again Decay is live or alive or decaying, I don't know. Still plenty of people online. I'm going to go to the deck builder and show you that I did cut the wheat from the chaff a little bit from my deck and got rid of some cards which made my pre-constructed deck illegal because I don't have enough cards anymore. But there are some cards that I don't want to have in here that I do, like Atrophy. It's in there for now. It's going to be replaced. Cluster Hex, I've liked it. I think I might like it now that I know it can target a tile. We'll see. 3 Curse Mongers will probably be standard. I want one more Damn and Curse. Draining Mist I have 3 of. That came from the precon. I'm still not entirely sold on the card, but it may be worthwhile. Grizzly Graft may or may not have more of. Hex Marks probably will get rid of eventually. Husk, I'd rather run 3 of Husk or 3 of Mire Shambler or maybe 3 of Mangy Rat, but not all 3. That's what I got right now. Ilmire Hunter, want 2 more. Rot Eater, I got a ton of those, and I'm probably going to be selling some just to try and get some gold just to buy some individual cards. Ilmire Witch Doctor, I may run 3, I may just end up running 2. Infectious Blight is a card I love, and I want to get more of them. Of course, if people start running Purification, it won't be nearly as strong, and people are probably going to start splashing Purification. Languid, I want one more of those. I can't believe I got so many commons and only 1 extra Languid. Lifestealer, want another one. Loyal Darkling, I probably don't want to run at all, but I have them as warm bodies right now. Mangy Rat, I said before. Miasma Well, want to get a 3rd one. Same with Mire Curse. I want to get as much poison damage out there as I can. Oblivion Seeker, card I'm still a little bit mixed on. Probably want to have 2 more just because they're a good little wall structure like things because they'll give you cards. Searing Shackles, interesting direct damage for stuff, but we'll wait and see. For now, they're running in there. Same with Shroud of Unlife. Soul Steel, I went ahead and bought another one for 1,000 gold. The price will go down eventually, but in the store, in case you didn't notice, the little reset to Decay is actually only a 24-hour one, so everyone's going to get a new slot here later. Being able to get 2 cards, and arguably could buy Pestis as well, is pretty decent for all of that. Well, let's hear. I do have my avatars, which I'm not changing right now. So all we're going to do here, I'm not going to do rank match, I'm just going to do a quick match. And unsurprisingly, I found a match almost immediately. So let's see who I'm up against, and it's probably someone playing Decay. So accept that match found button's a lot bigger. There we go. So good luck, have fun. Hello, Epic Zors, who is probably playing Decay based on that. Alright, so of the cards that I have, probably the one that is of the least value is Hex Marks. So we'll start there. I want to hold on to Damn and Curse. Probably Searing Shackles. And the Loyal Darkling's not great, but I just don't have a bunch to play right now. So he's playing Energy, and I wonder if he's playing Energy Decay. I don't know. Don't need 2 Searing Shackles right now. Although that could be interesting if he plays a lot of structures, but for now we're just going to get out this guy, at least to be burn bait. Do enjoy the art for this as well. So this is unranked. I have no idea how I'm going to do. But at least mods still work with this, so there we go. The happy little structure here. This guy's just going to die. I could drop a Husk in front of him just to see if it lives or dies. Because Searing Shackles doesn't do me a lot of good right now. Grizzly Graft is... I won't even be able to play that right now, so... It's the only one I have in this deck. We're just going to go ahead and drop the Husk. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing right now with Decay, and I know I don't have a competitive deck. This is just for giggles in a way. So there's an Automata Forge. Chances are Epic Zors is playing a very competitive deck, so we're probably going to see me die here. You see I did 2 idle damage there because of the guy dying, so we are going to get Miasma Well early. I don't want to get rid of Searing Shackles, and I don't really want to get rid of Miasma Well as well. Well, you know what? Let's do this anyway. Miasma Well is not going to do as much good because I don't have a ton of poison in here just yet. I will put Searing Shackles on this unit just to go ahead and take out this idol slowly but surely. It does 2 damage, or 1 idle damage, so in 10 turns that idol will die. So it's almost in a way of like, do I want to try and turtle and see if I can win just by letting that Automata Forge live? And maybe Searing Shackles will be valuable from that standpoint. Arg. Good reaction, so you're dead. I still have a Damning Curse. Going to be a valuable card there. Mist doesn't do me any good. Shroud of Unlife, 2 Damning Curses. Dead draws here. There we go. So let's look at Shroud of Unlife one more time. Oh, let's go ahead and click this. When enchanted creature is destroyed, an undead husk is summoned in its place. Could be really good for an Ilmar Rot Eater. Oh, it was a Decay joke. Yeah, saying dead draws is something entirely new, I guess, but I'm going to be doing 1 idle damage each time. I could Damning Curse here without any threat of problems here. Mangy Rat, we're going to get rid of this Shroud of Unlife right now. And we are just going to go ahead and sack for resources. There's really no penalty for me playing Damning Curse on this guy, although there's much higher priority targets. But since I have an extra one in my hand, they're rare, they're going to be expensive. Oh, Violent Dispersal on his own thing. Somehow I only thought that... Wow, so I just made him cast Violent Dispersal on that. That is a pretty boss. Okay, we are going to get rid of the other... well, Mangy Rat's good, Soul Steal's good, Dividing Mist is good. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of the creature, but we're going to go ahead and play a Mismawel anyway. At least play something. And I can totally Soul Steal a Copper Automaton, if it comes to that. So there's a Cannon Automaton, pretty scary. And we're going to go ahead and... then you're going to Infectious Blade. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm just trying to show him maybe what I've got here. It's kind of a weird choice in a way, because if I play the Shackles here, it's going to just damage some idols. Would rather play that on stuff. I just might as well go ahead and we'll get rid of that. Cluster Hex or Languid. Languid's going to be good for some other cards. For now, we'll do that. That does 1 damage to my structure. So I'm doing a lot of removal here. I see, coming from growth, I'm not used to having this many spells right here. So there's a Dust Runner as well. Oh boy, he's going to be very pleased with me next turn, I think. Alright, so Languid there, draw a card. Ilmar Rot Eater, now we're in business. Let's go ahead and sack for resources. We're going to be doing the longer play next turn. And we get a Defensive Husk. Oh no, we get a Defensive this guy. So right away, I got the Mismawel with not a lot of poison to play. I would love to have more poison. I guess I should not have gotten rid of the rat, but what do I know? There's a Spark, going to get rid of the well. And there's a Scattergunner. Cool. Okay, so 2 Rot Eaters. That's good. Cluster Hex. Good. Searing Shackles. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Because I can lock this guy right there if I play that. And Cluster Hex is interesting, but I'm probably just going to go ahead and ditch it right now for more cards. Cursemonger is an interesting play. Draining Mist is an interesting play. We'll go ahead and put the Rot Eater out, though, because I can play both of those cards possibly next turn. And if this guy dies, I'd love for him to die and buff. Of course, this Rot Eater's still within burn range, so there we go. At least drew out the burn, and oh, he didn't see the enchantment I put on him. So that's card knowledge on my front. Moving up the Scattergunner caused him 2 damage. So taking advantage of my opponent not knowing what the enchants do. I'll take it. So 0 damage to that idol. I guess he really didn't want to keep taking idle damage here. So here we go. Now I have some cards that I can play with. Let's go ahead and play... Let's see here. If I play the Rot Eater here, and play you down here, play the Cursemonger here, there's a 50-50 chance that you'll attack this guy. Let's see. Nope, you're just going to attack the idol. That's okay. Unfortunately, that means that if he kills this Rot Eater, he's not going to get buffed. But right now, this is just a 3 wall here. Languid is a great card, though. It takes out a lot of cards, makes him do 0 damage. But I just got to start watching out for Thunder Surge, and I got to start watching out for the fact that he has 7 cards, and he probably can go over the top on me. You do want to save your Damning Curses for things like that, and the Potion of Resistance as well. Unfortunately for me, Cluster Hex is not going to do... It could do some work, but right now... Let's see here. I could play the Witch Doctor, or I could play the Oblivion Seeker. Let's start with playing Languid here, see what other card we draw. A Mire Shambler, not too terrible. But right now we are just going to go Oblivion Seeker up here. And this is mainly for card draw. So right now this guy's just going to do 1 damage. If he has more, then he'll be doing a lot more damage. But my goal is to debuff. Let's see how I can do. So this plays so differently than Growth. You got to think about so many things and keep track of them. So he's still doing 0 damage. Is he going to play another guy? That's the question, because I have used both damning curses that I have. Does he have a Bombard? Yes, he does. Oh, so he's going to clear me out just a little bit, buff this guy to 4/4, which is very exciting for me. Do I want to play the Witch Doctor and Shambler, though? Probably stronger than the Life Stealer, although Life Stealer is good. Let me get rid of the Shambler, because he just doesn't do a ton for me here. And let's go ahead and actually save this attack. And Soul Steal. Just to try and take this guy down. That way I can take out the unit that does matter. So we have another little Shambler there. I could play Hex Marks, but I'm going to save that for... Probably better to save that for the time when it attacks, because when it attacks an idol it does 3 extra damage. So there is 1 guy down. Oh, but he has a Potion of Resistance, so not so bad. We shall see how this works out. Because if he kills this guy, and he's not going to be able to with just 1 attack. But if he does kill him, this guy's going to get buffed for health again. So there's a second Gravelock Elder. That's something I was a little bit afraid of. And there's a Dust Runner. Something I was also not a big fan of. Shroud of Unlife, though, could be good. Alright, so Hex Marks is probably not going to be the card of the day. Mangy Rat's interesting. Loyal Darkling's interesting. Let's put the Shroud of Unlife on you. And let's see here. I want to play the Witch Doctor, but I want him to be able to go in a place where he can actually do some good. So it's probably better if I go Mangy Rat, Life Stealer. Like I said, that Witch Doctor is expensive. He's 5/5, so he's really good. But I just want him to kill some creatures around my Rot Eater. Please, please, please. That'd be awesome. If you have a Bombard here, this is great. Like I said, I'm still learning this deck. I'm still forming this deck. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing here at all. I got a lot of my good cards early, but I used my Damning Curses on low priority targets. So I guess the question now is he going to take out my guy and risk buffing me some more? Does he have a Bombard here? If he bombards, there's the Spark. There's a Violent Dispersal, so he's clearing my board like a boss. And that's where the other guy's not necessarily too great on that front. So let's see here. Loyal Darkling's okay. Let's see what else we can get. Mire Curse and Shroud of Unlife. So it's here. I can play all of these cards. Okay, so Mire Curse. Let's see what that does. This is going to poison everybody, and Shroud of Unlife means that this guy's going to come back and card draw. So Violent Dispersal, very strong here. Versus a... Okay, so poison damage for everybody if he doesn't move this Dust Runner. And right now, unfortunately, my Life Stealer's exposed. So it is possible that he's going to be able to kill everybody. I probably should have moved this guy back. Iron Whip. So unfortunately, I wasted my Life Stealer's life. I guess that's usually how it goes. There's the Automata Forge. I'd love to put some soul shackles on it or whatever. But there we go. Killed him, brought him back, got 2 cards, more Mire Curse. And this is what I was saying before. Mire Curse is a pretty easy card to play around, if you're careful. So now my Life Stealer, and I have a Husk, I have a Cursemonger. Let's ditch the Mire Curse for now. Well, maybe not. Mire Curse could be good down there. Let's ditch the Cursemonger. Let's see what the hell else we can find. 2 Witch Doctors. Atrophy's a great card. I'm going to be able to play that defensively more than likely. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Okay, can I move you? Yeah, I'm getting some weird lag here all of a sudden. I'm going to drop the Witch Doctor here. I saw the witch doctor. He told you what he do, I guess. We'll just keep you up here. I guess I probably should have moved this guy up there, but whatever. Because now he can just dodge this. It's the most annoying card. Which one is my question? Yes, Slayer is pretty tough. So he's moving this guy here to possibly die. One problem is that I don't really have a ton of ways to speed up my units because I don't have the haste undead ability, I guess you could say. So there's a burn. And is he going to bombard as well? That'd be a really good play. Iron Whip, so there goes this guy. And he's throwing steak burgers at me. Alright, so this time. So we want to save the atrophy for some other things possibly. We will go ahead and... I'd love this husk to be attacking a little sooner, but he's not, so... Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Let's go ahead and drop you down here. And maybe I should be going for 8 resources here in a little bit, but... We're going to go ahead and play the... Let's go ahead and get some more cards, see what else we can play. Infectious Blight, there we go. There we go. So as long as that goes around, that's where I really wish I had the Miasma Well as well. Okay, the only problem is the way I have this set up right now. I can't move this husk, can I? Well, I guess we're going to drop the Rod Eater back here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. But if he elects to kill this guy, it's going to be a poison dance all around. This Gravelock Elder's down to 3 health somehow. I'm not even quite sure. I guess it's because the poison damage and then the one guy dying. So he has Automata Forges he can use. He has plenty of cards. There's a second Automata Forge that he's tucking in the top corners here. And a Clock Library, so he's really trying to protect these idols. And there's the 4-4 for this guy. I have no Pothers. So let's see, we're going to Mire Curse for starters. And let's go ahead and just sack the Witch Doctor for cards. Yay, that was kind of terrifying. Let's go ahead and atrophy you. I'm going to drop a husk up here. And a Mire Shambler. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I don't even know what my end game is. This is just me dropping cards wondering what the hell is going to happen. So the poison has switched to Infectious Curse, has switched to the guy with the Mire Curse now. So if you kill the guy with the Infectious Blight, it's just going to keep hopping, or it'll stop hopping. So he could burn his own guy, potentially. And this Gravelock Elder is no longer doing much while attacking. So Atrophy is a pretty good defensive card, helps you extend the game just a little bit. I do actually have a Ilmire Hunter that will not be able to do a lot because I don't have a Transposition, which would be another good splash for this potentially. But Transposition and Pother are the kind of cards that are really good anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he's pumping out stuff from his forges. So not too bad. Life Stealer and Cursemonger are both pretty nice. We'll go ahead and ditch this for an Oblivion Seeker. Cool. So if I kill this guy... Interesting position to be in right now, because I don't want this to do too much. Alright, so that Gravelock Elder is just going to die, I think. So see, I'm just trying to clump everybody up around, so that Hunter's going to die right there. This guy's protecting you. The Meyer Shambler is okay, but I'm just going to keep him... Let's keep him up here for now. Because what's the worst he's going to do? Is he actually going to attack and kill this guy? I don't want him to do a bunch of idle damage with impunity, so blah blah blah, big scary face. He could just as easily Violent Dispersal this Ilmar Rod Eater, but better that than some other higher priority targets. So sacking for scrolls, it's a very interesting place to be today. Because if this Infectious Blight guy dies, it'll pass it on to the Solemn Giant or one of the other Automata Forges. Okay, so if you want to take out this one, you can be my guest with that. Unfortunately, this husk is no longer touching there, so he's just going to die. There's the spark. Okay, so 5/5. What a fun place to be. Alright, so Automata up there, Automata down there, Automata everywhere. Husk is pretty good. Let's see here. So this guy's... he's trying to pin down my Rod Eater. And that's a smart play. Because right now he can just blow this shit up and force me to sacrifice something. If I play 2 creatures, I can possibly save them. I don't know what I'll get instead of the Husk and Life Stealer, but we're just going to go with 1 Life Stealer and see what we get. Soul Steal. Perfect timing. Unfortunately, I cannot always play it this turn, but I may be able to save myself here. So let's go ahead and Soul Steal this. Get that down there. Got another card draw. Let's go ahead and put Searing Shackles. Let's see here. If he moves this guy, it'll do 2 damage, but I'm hoping to kill him with the Ilmire anyway. Let's put it back on this place. We're just going to play defensive and we're just going to move on down. Alright, so maybe I made a mistake, I don't know. He could easily tuck this guy back up top. Biggest thing is that I want poison to kill this guy so the Infectious Blight will keep going. Fortunately, Solemn Giant just got some poison damage as well. So many things to keep track of, and just this little glow is really insufficient now for keeping track of stuff. So the question is, can he kill me? I think he might be able to. I may have had a pretty significant misplay there if he just pumps this guy down, so there we go. That's my mistake not taking care of this guy. Should have dropped him in the back. Oh well. Doesn't mean game over or anything. There's a Dust Runner as well, just to play extra protective, and there's a Scattergunner. So he's getting a lot on the board. Right now, part of the issue is just that I don't have a ton of ways to clear some of the stuff. Is interestingly enough, now we have all kinds of options. So let's see. We're going to have a lot of people attacking. We want to keep this guy from going down there. We want this guy to die from poison. So how do we make that happen? We don't want him to be exposed. So let's go ahead and drop you up here. And let's go ahead and Soul Steal you and see where I get you. Okay. Not terrible. And if I play another creature here, I mean, I can destroy my Blight or I can take out the Forge right now. That's the thing. And that may be smarter for me to try and do that. So let's see. We're not really playing the Life Stealer where we could be. Yeah, I want Infectious Blight to tick, but it's just 1 poison damage over a bunch of time. And I really want to get rid of that Solemn Giant right now, so... Is it a bad play? Probably, but we're doing it anyway, because who cares? That guy's dead. This guy's exposed, unfortunately. Hopefully he doesn't have a Bombard. Clock Library goes. He gets a lot of cards. Alright. There's the Iron Whip. And there goes this Ilmar Rod Eater. I'm not doing a great job of taking care of these guys, I guess you could say. Hey, guess what? This game's taking longer. But that's what live commentary is for. But this guy's almost dead. He's going to actually die pretty soon. Second spark. And he's taking out more of my poor sad creatures. Getting a lot of automatons down. And unfortunately, I don't have too much to do other than this. Let's go ahead and do that. No great reason to play Atrophy right now. If he's going to bombard me, he's just going to bombard me at this point. And still, it's the matter of direct idle damage. I'm having some trouble punching through his stuff, but I keep getting creatures out. So we're slow dancing. Nice thing about Lifestealer is that it's fully healed when it attacks. So Cannon Automaton. We have a Bombard. Yes, we do. And this is where things are starting to look down. That's okay. So you just got to kind of expect the Bombard at this point. So let's see here. If I play the Cluster Hex... If I play the Cluster Hex here, that'll let me kill a bunch of stuff. Let's see what other cards we can get. There we go. Cursemonger is good. And any of these 3 rows, no matter where you attack, is good. So we will let you do that. In fact, I can force him to take out one of the automatons by dropping this guy here, which may be the best option. So this guy has Curse 1, takes 1 extra damage. That negates armor. So there we go. That would be full health. That guy's getting killed. And what do we have left at this rate? He could bombard me, but at least I'm able to clear stuff. I'm going toe-to-toe. This is a Epic Zors. You have a nice deck. Well, we got to see what's going to happen here, because I have no way to speed up these creatures right now. Thunder Surge. Cool. Burn. There goes the Lifestealer. No Bombard at this point. That idle's just going. Shroud of Unlife is probably going to be the best play here. Oh, no, wait a minute. Draining Mist, Damning Curse, those are all good things. So let's go ahead and see. The problem is that I can't play all of these things. I'd love to take out that trigger. Is this for units or is this... That's a creature. Has to be a creature. Well, Draining Mist, let's put your countdown up to 3. Let's go ahead and play the Shroud of Unlife. There's not really a lot to Damning Curse right now, so we'll just keep it together for this turn. So he's up to 10 resources. He could probably do some direct damage here. So I gotta save my Damning Curses for better resources, or better creatures, much like you don't want to Violent Dispersal things at the beginning just because you can. Probably could have dealt with those gun automatons early other ways. Like Solemn Giant. That's a card you want to save Damning Curse for, as he's just going to crush me no matter what. Poor guy. I don't know if this is a game that will ever end, but we're just going to go ahead and play it like this. How about that? So Infectious Blight over here. Damning Curse here. Sorry, Witch Doctor, it's not your time. Cursemonger and Loyal Darkling you'll have to do, especially since the Loyal Darkling can be sacrificed to deal 2 damage on the same row. So, slow-ass game, you could say. So, Poison's jumping. That one has Curse 1, so he's actually going to get poisoned a lot faster. As my 1 Husk is holding the line, I've actually done way more idle damage this game than he has. But he has 2 Automaton Forges that he can just dump a bunch of units out of if he wants to. So there's the burn. Oh, he's burning his own guy. Once again, nice to make him use burns on direct damage on his own creatures. He does have a lot more scrolls than I do. I'm just kind of top decking into my who knows what the hell I can do here. So Fury. Just going for it at this point. And that's okay. So now we have Cursemonger, Mangy Rat, Loyal Darkling. Let's see here. Let's see here. If it's countdown of 1 or less, the countdown is increased by 2. So we'll want to do that when the Automata Forges are a little closer. For now, we're going to play the Loyal Darkling right here. And we're going to pluck 2 Mangy Rats right behind it. These guys are really nice because they poisoned, and we'll save the Draining Mist. Yeah, so right now, what he's pretty much looking at is he's got to start attacking my idols eventually. And right now the Scattergunner is here. I'm sort of asking, please, 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 please attack this guy. Violent Dispersal on his Automata Forge. Once again, making him turn around and put the knife in himself. Because he's only got 2 health on that idol now. So interesting place to be. There's a Hellspitter Mortar, so he's really trying to protect that. 2 idol damage there. We're going to definitely do Draining Mist now. Oh, we got the Miasma Well, and we got Languid. So that is a great combo to get all of these cards. So let's go to a top deck city, shall we? Languid, probably best to play it. Let's start with the cards that we can play, because we can play 3. Oh, we can't play all these one turn. Alright, so we're going to play Draining Mist. I'm going to go ahead and Languid this guy. Searing Shackles, interesting. Is going to go. He's going to be so pissed. Searing Shackles is going to go right here. Yay! It's like the game we've been playing, I guess. But I do have a Miasma Well, possibly. Now, if he has a Bombard, he could possibly take these out. There's an Iron Whip. Oh, Iron Whip on the rat. Can he take out my other rat is the question. He's got to start doing something with my idols soon, though. Because I'm about to take out one of... Oh my god, Searing Shackles again. Alright, well... Miasma Well, you look nice on paper, but we need some more stuff right here. So let's see here. Loyal Darkling. When you die, you lose 2 health. So that looks like that's a more valuable card than I originally had given it credit for. I guess the question now is, what do I want to tickle? Because I have a Searing Shackles and I do have a Cluster Hex here. Probably better to put the Cluster Hex down here. Probably better put the Searing Shackles on you, just to at least do 1 idol damage. So we'll move you down here. I'm not going to get the poison value, but I also don't have the Miasma Well. Kind of a weird place to be in, and this is where the deck incomplete really comes into play. Because I could have poisoned this guy that I already languided, so it doesn't do a lot. But he is going to lose some idols, possibly. So maybe direct idol damage and attrition is the way to go. That means that maybe Pillar of whatchamacallit is really good. The Pillar of Fatigue that keeps you from attacking and moving, and it just lets me down idols ever so slowly. But there's the second person, and there's the Fury as well. So that's going to be a lot of attacks. He's going to lose 2 more idol health here, possibly. But you know what? Kaboom, we'll miss it. Does mean that I have 2 possible idols down. I don't have the old beta version of Necrogeddon. There's a Miasma Well again. That's not going to do me a lot of good. Hex Marks and Husks. Alright. This is going to be awesome, guys. You ready? Boom. There's not much more you can say than that. It's just sometimes you top deck and you get cards you can use sometimes. That's why I don't like so many 1-drops in this deck. You want some, you don't want too many, or you get dead hands turns like that. And this is where you can probably turn the game around. And I've been hanging around a really, really long time. But I don't think I have what it takes with my current deck to beat somebody's deck like this. Especially with 3 Gravelock Elders out now. That's almost a GG right there in of itself. Copper Automaton as well. Good, sir. There we go. So there goes that poor husk. There goes 1 idol. 2 idols. Probably another idol in the next turn. Alright. Okay, so 2 idols down. See, I got to round 30. I slowed it down. Maybe I do need to keep my deck a little more geared towards that. So right now we get Mire Curse, maybe just a hair too late. Because I don't know exactly what he gets to move to get these. But at this point we are just working with what we got from the tippy top. And if he has another Fury, another Bombard, another anything, oh look, that one guy has Curse 1. He may be able to move down here and just finish the game. That looks like what it's doing here. But yeah, still, there we go. Very good game, well played. Thank you, Epic Zors, for the very entertaining game. I mean, it's a... I don't have the cards to match up with this kind of deck yet. But still, it's nice to know that at least I can hang around. Searing Shackles is good for taking out Nidals slowly but surely. But yeah, at this point, it's just turn 30. I didn't have the cards to compete, but no shame in that. So this is Way to Fail with another edition of Scrolls. I hope you all enjoyed that look at the game, that look at my first crappy Decay deck. I guess I get to go to the drawing board and decide what cards have more value than others. But that's it for now. I will see you all next time.